So, honey, yeah? What did the arm look like? I feel like Mae's mom is the kind of person who would say, don't do that thing, but if you're gonna do that thing, you have to tell me about it. It was cut off, like, right above the elbow. Was there blood and stuff? Really? A little bit. I wonder whose arm it is. Well, should be pretty easy to spot. Welcome back to Night in the Woods. Last time we played, we got a glimpse into Mae's dark humor and kind of the out of place relationship or situation that it seems like she's currently in. So much of this world or this game is told in little bits throughout time, it kind of seems, so I'm eager to play more. It's so sudden to wake up in that way. It's also really cute. Wow, it's been literally 36 hours since I've been online. That would be terrible. This shall not stand. Oh no! What is wrong with you? Damn it! I mean, Angus knows how to fix this. He's all computery, I think. But I can't let him see this. Where does he work again? That's a lot of pop-up ads. Now that I think about it, it's been a very long time since I have seen pop-up ads. And I don't know if that's because of things like ad blockers or just like in general. Weird, I just realized that. Okay, I can play bass. It's not guitar. I can play bass again. Let's not. I'm awful at that. We can look at the computer again. I'm assuming that's the same thing. Let's not say we did. Hey, hun. Yeah? Come say hi. To if I was a teenager and someone said that, like my mom said that to me, that would be the most like thing ever, because it's like, who's in our home that I don't know about? To me, that kind of gives the impression of like, how presentable should I be? And sometimes I feel like that also goes hand in hand with this idea of, why didn't you give me warning so I could be presentable ahead of time? Oh, say hi to you. And then even someone else. That's entirely different. I can say hi to you all the time. Like, that's a normal thing. Shit. Oops. Sorry, Mom. Also, I like how Mae jumps on the counter. I feel like whether this is acceptable or not entirely depends on your family. Like in some families, it may be acceptable to jump on the counter. Not jump on the, but like sit on the counter. Other families, it wouldn't be. I also would not be entirely surprised if Mae, if Mae's family said this isn't really acceptable, but there's this level of humor in the entire household, and this level of acceptance in the sense of like, if it's not hurting anyone, we don't care. So I wouldn't be surprised if like, yeah, it's not acceptable, but like, you're not hurting anyone and good luck stopping Mae. So like, we've kind of given up trying to stop her on that particular thing, because I feel like a lot of parenting too is picking your battles. So kind of like, are we gonna get on Mae about the countertops or other things? Would not be surprised based on what little information I have about the character, which I also feel like says a lot about how well they've kind of given Mae character, that we can say that based on what information we have. Morning, Mom. Nope, I'm Mom 24 hours a day. Not just in the morning. It took me a second. Not just in the morning. She's not just Mom in the morning. She's Mom 24 hours a day. We can kind of see where Mae gets her sense of humor between like Mom and Dad. I think a lot of times when we think of like the learning that occurs when we're a kid, we think of things that are directly told to us. Like when we're in school and we learn that like 2 + 2 is 4. But so much of the learning that actually happens when we're a kid is just from observations that we make from the world around us. So if we grow up in a family that uses a lot of humor, We just learn that that's normal. So we usually will have the same kind of humor that our parents had. And that's the majority of the learning that happens when we're growing up. That's why, if we're in therapy, we may talk about our childhood, because kind of like, what lessons did we learn from our childhood? Because we do learn from every experience, whether that lesson is helpful for us or not. Also, it's 4 p.m., sweetie. Holy shit, is it? May doesn't acknowledge that. Well, I'm off to find Angus. Oh, is he one of your little friend Greg's boyfriend? Or is he Greg's boyfriend? I read that sentence wrong. Big guy, kind of quiet. Yeah, that's him. I need him to fix my laptop. Well, he better, sweetie. You can't afford to buy a new one. Wait, do you even know Angus? Do you? Kinda. Or, Mom, we are in a band together. Sorta. Kinda. Feels like a way to ask for more information? Both of these are feel like we're saying the same thing. Like, not really, but this one feels a little more, I guess, defensive. Not super defensive, but more humor defensive, I guess. Oh, is the band together? Oh, I didn't mean to select it. I did because I was talking about it. Yeah, we practiced last night. I don't think we're ever gonna play, though. Well, that sounds like fun, honey. Yeah, I guess. You don't sound too happy about it. Well, I'm off to find Angus. Kind of that whole, we need to stop talking about this, so I'm going to switch subjects. Have a good time, daughter. More of the joke. Thanks, 24-hour mom. 7 days a week. One thing that I like about this game is that it is representing the LGBT community without, like, a lot of the tropes that can sometimes bring. Because there are some tropes that do kind of show up in video games that are not so great. And that's not quite the representation that is the best. So we don't just see this in video games, but the trope is barrier gaze, where it's like whoever produces some kind of media wants to have some more representation, but at the same time doesn't want to piss someone off who isn't a part of the community or who doesn't want that representation. So it's kind of showing some amount of representation with the LGBT community, but then killing them off. Because that kind of panders to, or feels like it appeals to, both communities. But in the end, it's not really representation of the LGBT community. And what I like about this game is that it doesn't do that. It doesn't have this these LGBT characters and shoves them in your face. Like, see, I did it. Like, give me credit. It passes them off like a normal thing. And I really appreciate that. Because we have Angus and Greg who are in a relationship together, and we have Mae's mom who just is kind of like, oh yeah, are they in a relationship? And then just like that's it. Like, that's a certain level of acceptance. And I really appreciate that. I appreciate that the developers included it, of course, but I also appreciate that they didn't go with that trope, and they didn't like shove it in anybody's face. So for a variety of reasons, I really appreciate that. It can feel subtle, but it's there, and it's there enough, and in a way that I appreciate it. I got a call from your Aunt Melanie. About an arm? Oh, what did Aunt Mall Cop want? Sweetie, I really wish you wouldn't call her that. She works very hard to get where she is. And it's a dangerous job. Oh yeah, Possum Springs is so dangerous. You did find an arm yesterday. Hey, like... Anyway, did she tell you about the severed arm? Mae did not forget the severed arm we found. She did, in fact. Scary things. Yeah, I guess. Honey, I know this is home, but please be careful out there. I will, Mom. Come home before dark, unless you're with somebody. At least until they figure out what happened. Okay. Thanks, sweetie. I feel like that's an interesting idea, too. This idea of when something scary that happens in a small town, like, how do small towns react? Because usually we think of small towns as being like, not dangerous, to the point where some small towns you don't lock your door in. But then when something scary happens, like if we're not used to that, how do we react? So, honey, yeah? What did the arm look like? I feel like Mae's mom is the kind of person who would say, don't do that thing, but if you're gonna do that thing, you have to tell me about it. It was cut off, like, right above the elbow. Was there blood and stuff? Really? A little bit. I wonder whose arm it is. Well, should be pretty easy to spot. Shit, Mae. I shouldn't laugh so hard at that. It's very dark humor. Yeah. Hey, what happened to your arm? I dropped it by the diner. See, like, this is probably where Mae got her sense of humor. Here, sir, I found your arm. Thanks, I was afraid I'd never see it again. People don't always return arms when they find them. It's a real shame. It's a cold world. Cold, cold world, sweetie. Oh, jeez. I wonder how much trouble Mae got in at school. Because I think that's the other thing when I think of when we grow up in homes. Hello. Can you wait just a second? When we grow up in homes like this, where like this kind of humor is acceptable, in our brains, we just think of it as normal. We don't think of it as like dark humor or being cynical or anything like that. It's just normal. That's how our brain labels it. And then the problem can be if we're in school, like grade school, middle school, junior high, whatever you want to call it. If we use the same dark humor, we're maybe not the best place, because as a kid, we have a hard time kind of judging like when's a good place for this, when's not a good place for this. We may get in trouble a little more than other kids because we just haven't figured that out yet. Hey, you kid. Adult. So you're back, huh? Yes, Mr. Penderson. Didn't last long, huh? Thanks. No, Mr. Penderson. You get a job yet? Like, so many people point out and exaggerate this idea of like, you have to be working or college. I've only been back for like 24 hours, or yes, I've been elected mayor. Ooh, I like that one. Like, if we're gonna be cynical, let's full on lean into it. Because also, how we define like what is socially appropriate entirely depends on like where we live and the culture of where we live and things like that. But is this socially appropriate to just like walk up to someone and be like, oh, do you have a job yet? Like, not that that justifies us being rude back, but sometimes it does feel very satisfying. Not that it makes it any less rude, potentially. Yes, I've been elected mayor. Couldn't do worse than the current one. I like how whoever this person is, they don't even they don't even take that as being rude. They're just like, yeah, no, that sounds about right. And I've ordered your house to be bulldozed. What? Finishing the job you started? It seems like the people that Mae gets along with have such a similar sense of humor that it's not even cynical, it's just expected. This idea of like finding home with people who have the same sense of humor. I hope you enjoy living in the woods. Those eggs took the paint off the vinyl siding. Oh, is that Mae? Did Mae egg their house? Scavenge food, consume with the beast, Mr. Penderson. Watch yourself, little miss. Little effing miss. No one's forgotten who you are and what you did, you know. They may act like they have, but that's just small town polite right there. Oh, that's a thing, isn't it? Like small town polite. Like, when I think of small town polite, I think of being polite to your face, but having the most horrible gossip behind your back. And then you're not sure, like, who you actually can talk to? Is that what this is? Small town polite's all you got, kid. So watch it. I mean, that's also a level of honesty, too. Well, that was really interesting. But I need to go listen to my cells die. Fuck. Pa. This is a lovely conversation. Is there still construction? Okay, there it is. I'm gonna go jump on a mailbox now. Oops. Okay, good talk. I feel like after day one, it's a lot of trying to figure out like what's new, what's different. I want to see if anything's on these roofs. Roofs? Roofs. Is that plural of a singular roof? Sorry, squirrel. And then I'll go down to the ground level. Yes. Oh. Ghosts. That's it. Oh, like the clothing. It's really cool how, like, the journal gets completed. Okay, I didn't know if I can make that jump. Hey, buddy. This is my property, but it's my street. You ain't changed since you was a kid. Okay, good talk. Hi, Smelters. What's it like being back? Well, I just got home, so just like taking it all in. Feel like anything's changed? Yeah, totally. Or nah, not really. I mean, I feel like we've had that feeling of a lot of things changing. So yeah, totally. Park store's gone. Got a snack falcon now. Food donkey's gone. Got a ham panther though. The Harleys are bigger now. Saw them running around before. Yeah, I babysit those little shits sometimes. Are they bad? They seem so nice. That's how they fool you. You know they steal things? What? They steal things. So those are the kids who were talking about like, freeze, FBI. Holy crap, I was fooled. Can we talk more? Okay. Well, good talk, Smelters. I think that's the name, Smelters. This cemetery thing feels important. I can't do anything with it. Or I can't jump on. I can't. I haven't figured it out. Maybe I need to do it from the roof. I keep scaring the squirrels and I don't mean to. Also, this town has a disproportionate amount of squirrels. So we can try to steal. Nope, still can't. Okay. Hi. Oh, hello, Mae. Do I know you? I don't know if you remember me. Miss Rosa? I knew your grandfather. I visited you the day after you were born. You were so small. I guess some things don't change, huh? How do you know Granddad? I'm here most days. Why don't you stop by sometime and I'll tell you all about him. Things you might not know. All right, you've got my interest. Sweet, curious child. That sounds like Mae. I feel like that's kind of another thing that happens a lot throughout our lives. We get these people who are like, I knew you when you were this small. And I know I kind of looked at them like, I have to believe you about this. But I obviously don't remember it. Pale white tunnelfish. Easy to catch and so delish. That's good. Oh god, you were listening. That like anxiety of like, oh my gosh, people were paying attention to me. Oh, and the mouse who was here isn't here anymore. We like our war monuments in Possum Springs. There are 2 really ancient ones over in Old Possum Springs. 3 in town proper. That is a lot of monuments. And I think they put a new one up on Pill Hill. There's one up by Possum Jump, but that one's spooky. I haven't been up there since that party we're not going to think about. Oh, party you're not gonna think about. Color me intrigued. Still about 5? Better take shelter. Here come the Smelters. No use hiding. Smelters will find you. Are the Smelters people? Or like part of the ghost story? Because there's kind of these little hints of like this ghost story that's popped up here and there. We can go visit Greg. I love this so much. Hey, Mae. Got cups in my ears. Wow. Or why? Let's go with wow. Sounds like the ocean in here. That's great, dude. You seen Angus? Every night. Well, yeah, if you're like in a relationship and living together, I would hope so. Yeah, I meant like, where is Angus right now? At work, at the video store. What do you want Angus for? Got computer problems. Figured he might know a thing or two. He's a hacker. Like the hackers that they have in like 90s movies where they like hit the command prompt and like put in 1 or 2 things and they're a hacker. Really? I'm pretty sure he hacks. Wow. Cool, dude. I'll catch you later. Definitely. I'm so glad you're back. I love how his ears with the cones on them moved while he talked. Just some adorable souls in this town. I need to jump on the trash can, thank you. I like how I call Mae an agent of chaos, but yeah, I'm the one obviously making these things happen. Death Chill 3, be nice, Brain eaters. Hi, you're not Angus. Hi, can I help you? Where's Angus? Oh, he works day shift? Is it? It is day. I got here early. Any idea where he is? I assume he went home? He lives next door. Go inside and ring the buzzer. Or wait, why does everything you say sound like a question? You do the same thing. Or you do the same thing? I just didn't comment on it. It's weird to make that. It's weird to make a statement a question when you read it out loud. Really? Yeah? Huh. Night shift, huh? That's cool. I'm at home with my baby during the day. Until my mom gets back from work. Ew, babies. Really cool job, though. You get to watch movies, eat candy, meet cute guys. Ew, cute guys. What's wrong with guys? I don't know. Cute guys are overrated. Oh, just heartbreak. I think that... Oh, and music. Okay. Crime waves, death, beaver priest, swamp husband. I think we also normally assume in games, and this is my perspective, that our characters are cis-het unless we're told otherwise, that they're like straight and all this other stuff. So I just walked and I didn't pay attention to where I was going. And so I think it's also interesting to have a character who's immediately like, oh, cute guys are overrated, because it goes against what we normally are told in games. And it's still valid. Is this where I'm going? Okay, I'm pretty sure if I click on that, I'm leaving. That's the... So we have very little options. Stairs, and we have the call me in buttons. We can really be an agent of chaos and call everybody. Hello? 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 I'm looking for Angus. Any idea where Angus lives? I believe he's at number 2. Written on the button, I think. It looks, broken. I think the little guy he lives with kicked it in. Greg? Or something. How? Beats me, kid. I just live here. I mean, like, I just wanted to push all the buttons. Like I'm a child. I didn't even register the fact that this, like, button really wasn't a thing. Hello? 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 You're not Angus. No. Who is this? Who are you? Mae Borowski? What are you selling? Do you get a lot of people selling you stuff? Hello? It's like the intercom wasn't quite working. Mives? Hi, Angus? Angus, you say? Dude, it's May. Tell me about yourself, Maybelline. This isn't Angus. Would you like it to be? Nope, bye. That's the first one that she's ended the conversation with so far. Maurice? May. Angus. May. Yeah. You're not Angus. And you ain't Maurice. Well, I'm glad we sorted that out. So we only have one left. Hello, Angus? Are you searching, my child? Yeah, for Angus. You can search all you like for your Angus. Everyone has a different Angus. For some, Angus is a happy marriage. For some, a good career. For some, a fancy car. My Angus is a guy named Angus, lives here. It's like a fortune. It's like I'm going to get my fortune read. My child, no Angus will ever compare to the one true Angus. The Lord God above. I don't think that's quite how that works. Okay. Dear, have you encountered God this day? Look, my mom works at the church. I'm in the club by default. If I keep bringing these, will it work? This is the most helpful one. So annoyance won't just let me get in. Okay. So that arm, huh? Jeez, yeah, what the hell? What do you think happened? I don't know. How does an arm end up on the sidewalk in Possum Springs? This idea, like, this town is too small for bad things to happen. I mean, kind of cool, but creepy. And, like, 2 doors down from our apartment. Yeah, you live in Townie Center now, right? Yeah, we live right next door. Man, you've been away for a long time. I have. You up for hanging out later? So much to catch up on. Nah, I got dinner with the family. Is that a good thing or a bad thing? A friendly thing? Okay, but how do I get into your place? Is it 6 o'clock yet? Okay, so that's not the answer. Okay, well, I guess I do just have to annoy people into letting me in. I've never lived in a place like this that, like, you have to get buzzed in. But don't you just need, like, one person to buzz you in? Is that what I was supposed to do? Hello? Oh, shit. It's like our bodies connected the circuit. Ah, who is this? Hi, it's Mae. Mae? Yeah, Mae. I just got electrocuted. Oh yeah, it's fiddly. There's no button. Yeah, you can like stick a screwdriver in and, well, it's too late now. Come on up. That elevator moved pretty fast. Can I just explore your house because that's video game rules? Unless stated otherwise, I don't see anything to explore, so... The doors are open. That's cute, the bunk bed thing. Okay, now I'm ready to talk because I can't do anything else. Whoa, come right in. I did, I'm sorry. Hey, dude. Welcome to our apartment. I could have been in my underwear. The game just put me in. I had no choice. Hey, dude, don't wear pants on my account. Why was the door unlocked? Greg always forgets to lock it. Greg's at work if you're looking for Greg. I was actually looking for you. My laptop is messed up and I thought, what's wrong with it? Lots of things popped up when I turned it on. What kinds of things? You know, things. About things, not for kid things. Nothing, just things. This one feels the most honest. We can read that subtext. We know what that means. Why didn't you bring it with you? That's a very good question, Mae. If we want someone to fix something, why wouldn't we bring it with you? Granted, I get if it's like a like PC, like that big old tower, we don't want to haul it around all day, but if it's a laptop, like, kind of easy to bring. I forgot it. Oh, Mae. You know, Mae, you don't have to be embarrassed about... I'm not. I mean, everyone... I know. Let me see what I can do. Mae, you seem embarrassed by it. Okay, I got something for you. Plug this into any USB port and restart. Should clear you right up. Might delete some of your old files, though. Wow, thanks, dude. No problem. Gonna head on home. See if your magic works. It's not magic. It's just ones and zeros. Very, like, logical. And we're just atoms. Very logical, and our perception of reality is just chemical reactions. Take those away and poof, there goes the universe. Well, shit. We're gonna have an existential crisis here. Whoa, sorry. I'm gonna go. Ingus. Hey, dadders. What if it isn't the mayor? Why if it isn't the mayor of Possum Springs herself? What did you get up to today? So, like, Dad had a conversation with a neighbor. Hung out with Angus a bit. You remember him? Oh yeah, I like Angus. He's smart. In the old days, I used to work with his dad. I know they fell in some hard times after we all got laid off. You used to see him at the bar. Yeah? After I stopped drinking, I didn't really see him as much. I wonder how he is. So, like, there are some of these towns out there where, whether this is like a stereotype and a trope or like a reality in the sense that, and I say whether this is reality because this doesn't feel like modern reality, but it very well could be. It's just not something I have experience with. But these towns that were built on one industry. So if you have a town that's built on oil, for example, or mining, and if that industry dries up, you then have these towns where the entire economy collapses and people are out of jobs. And that can be really devastating for a lot of people. And it's kind of the impression that I get based on like what the dad is saying. And this idea then that people might have drank a lot to try to cope with that. Not the healthiest way to cope. But also the dad is saying, like, I used to drink, but now I don't drink. Did they find anything out about that arm? Not that I heard. Huh, well, be careful out there. Maybe I should carry mace or brass knuckles or something. Probably not. Like, hasn't everybody been saying, like, just don't be alone? Well, it'd be a shame if you got into trouble and we're unarmed. Is that a pun? Unarmed? Nah, I think I'll be okay. What? Oh, I get it. Like, the dad is waiting. It's like, I just said this really good pun and you're not saying anything. I said it, something on it, before Mae did. Unarmed. I'm gonna go to bed now. Good night, Mayor Kitten. Good night. I also like how the dad didn't chide her. Like, the dad wasn't saying, like, you really shouldn't cause trouble with the neighbors. The dad is more like, hey, Mayor, right? Like, he commented on it, but wasn't like, stop saying that shit to the neighbors. Whenever we have these conversations with the parents, it always strikes me as some level of acceptance. I feel like a big part of what our goal as a parent, what a parent's goal is unconditional love. This idea that no matter what choices you make in life, you are always going to be loved and accepted. And does that always happen? Like, as in, do parents always convey that? No, but this is the feeling that I get from Mae's parents. They never make their love feel conditional. They never make their love feel like she has to do X, Y, and Z to earn their love, which I really appreciate and probably helps create some of this atmosphere of acceptance. I still really like that nightlight. I also realized that I really like this guy who's like right above Mae, who has like the pipe and the cape and the hat, because that's some epic shit right there. That's dope. Let's see if this Angus fix works. Can't get any worse, at least. I guess it could. I guess it could be on fire. Yeah, or like the blue screen of death. Anyway. Oh, that's like a heartbreaker when the blue screen of death comes on. Oh my god, it's fixed. I guess it turned out okay then. Your computer? Yeah, it did. Thanks. So like the different colored text are for the different people, right? So like Angus is the orange one. I put something else on that drive. Do you remember Demon Tower? Oh yeah, I used to play that all the time, like 10 years ago. I've been playing it again. They've kept updating it. You can grab your old save game from their server and start right where you left off. Ooh, cool. You should check it out and we can talk Demon Tower sometime. It's really cool still. I am deaf doing this. Aw, thanks, Angus. Tips hat. Hey, you got that porn off your laptop? Fucking hell, Greg. I heard you broke it with so much porn. How do I say this? Anything in like the adult entertainment industry, as Greg is so aptly talking about, or frankly anything to do with sex, really, also tends to get a lot of shame, blame, and guilt. It's like our society talks about it oftentimes like it's a horrible thing, or it's a gross thing, or it's an awful thing. And so anything that has any kind of connection with sex often is seen in the same way, when really being able to have relationships where we can have that kind of intimacy is a great thing. Like, and not only that, but when this is a part of our own body and knowing about ourselves, that's a great thing. And sometimes we have so much when we talk about this stuff as with so much shame, blame, and guilt, sometimes that gets transferred over to how we think about ourselves too. I don't know how much I can talk about these things without you two being angry. I think you get what I mean. I did not, or do you know it? Both of these feel like denial in different ways. Like, one of them is like, I'm using humor to totally lean into it, and the other is like, I'm totally denying all of it. Let's just lean into it, I guess. Rick Wreckage told me that before the internet, they'd hide porn in a hollow log in the woods. I mean, some people might have done stuff like that. Again, like, when we see these things as horrible and awful, and like the shame, blame, and guilt that comes with it, we feel the need to hide it. Whereas if we recognize that, like, this is a thing that happens, there's less desire to hide it. So much of this depends on so many factors, too. Yeah, that was a thing, right? Like, magazines, too. The one with the bunny on it that I can't think of to save my life. You know what I mean. Be awkward if you were hiking to the porn and some dude is already there and you're like, sup dude, I guess we're both here for the porn. What the fuck is this conversation? I bet that happened. You know it did. I bet they became friends. Porn lock bros forever. If we're already having the shame, blame, and guilt to the point where we are hiding it, I doubt we would tell people where it was. I doubt this is a shared log. So dude, you coming to the party tomorrow night? What party? Up in the state forest. Lots of people home from school and stuff this weekend. Cool people. The big fire, the snacks, the beers. Girl, you know I will. Or did you mean to write snacks or snakes? I don't even know. Yeah, did you mean to write snacks or snakes? Both, dude. Both. The answer was yes. Cool. Well, you should ask Bae if she can drive us. What? No, I don't think she likes me. I don't know. I mean, like, you don't, like, know this person very well. This is my impression. Like, we don't know her very well because we asked about a topic that was obviously sensitive to her. If we knew her better, wouldn't we have known that that was a sensitive topic? Nah, dude, she's cool. She drives us all the time and lets us borrow her car. That's a lot of trust. Stop by her store tomorrow and ask, okay, please. I think it takes more trust to trust someone with your car than just to drive them, because at least if we're driving someone else, we're in control over what happens. Okay, whatever. Yeah! I love how the cursor is a pizza. I can't even remember the last time I played I messed around with, like, the controllers or the pointers on PC and, like, what they look like. My gut wants to say it was in the days of, like, Neopets. So, oh, it's such cute. I also love the shark. The shark looks dopey and I love it. Is that okay? So we can't really click on any of these. We can do Demon Tower. I just realized the reason why I can't click on any of these is because I'm still using the wrong button to select things. In the age of blood, a pale one will rise. This feels like it has to have dramatic, like, voiceover. Wielding naught but a simple blade. Who dares to climb the steps of? I can't do that voice, seriously. Ancient tomb spire. I can't read that. That font. Oh, Demon Tower. Slaughter of the blood thief. I can't. Please don't be like the base where I'm just like the whole. Oh gosh, this is gonna be like, what is it, like a demon or a dungeon crawler? Okay, we have a slash. Oh no, don't surrender to the horror. No, sorry. Testing out all the buttons. Okay, we don't use any of the, like, trigger bumpers or any of those. Okay, we just have a slash and a dash. Okay. What do all these do? Oh. Is that good? Do I want that? Oh, I do want that. I have a feeling I'm not gonna be very good at this. Oh, you have to. Oh, what are you? Whoa! Do I want to play this? Like, what are you doing today? Well, I'm playing a game inside of a game. Can I go inside you? Oh, the blue thing flashed, so I need a key. Who are you? Oh. I was like, should I not attack you? Yeah, I should. I keep forgetting I have to dash through those. The hard part is gonna be when I get surrounded by enemies. This game reminds me that I really want to play Hades. I've never played it. I feel like Hades would have more movement than this, though. Also more chaos. I feel like I want the chaos. I kind of do. I want more movement than this. Oops, no. I keep hitting other buttons expecting that I can do something with them. It is vibrating, this controller. I have a key. Do I regenerate health in any way? Oh, that's probably what those pink things were. That I've destroyed all of by now. That sounds about right. This is insane vibration in this controller. Oh no! What? Oh. I was locked in place there. Was that it? How many levels are there? Hi. This music is great though. Should I attack it? Isn't there like some dungeon crawler where oh no, if you kill the merchant it's bad? That feels like that's what that was. I feel like that was gonna bite me. Is that a ghost? How many levels of this did they put in here? And also, is there a... Oh! Something stops my movement, and I'm not a fan. Oh, is there a stamina system? Is that what that is? I mean, that would make more sense. Ow! Stop. Get. This is why I want more movement. And since it's a mini game, I'm not going to spend the time to like improve on it. Oof. How am I going to get across that? I just realized that's where the door is. I suppose that'll be the million-dollar question, won't it? Also, what's the point in breaking the pots besides just like completionist stuff? Yeah, it feels like I get tired. There's no actual stamina bar. Oh, I don't have to go through the pots. I just had like full health before, so I didn't need to pick it all up. That makes way more sense. You destroyed your own guy. I mean, that also works. Oh, jeez. Okay, so I have the key. It wasn't in real life. I heard that sound and I was like, what is that? Okay. The ghosts. It's a fairly intuitive minigame, though. It's easy to figure out. Oh, you can push them into the lava, too. I don't have to destroy that pot, but I do have to. Okay, so how do you... Oh, can you... Ah. Is the blue thing actually my stamina? Oops. Oh, that's why... Oh, that's why the blue thing goes away. That makes a lot of sense. If I remember right, when I played this before, I did not get very far. I'm pretty sure I'm doing better already. Because the key, I thought the blue thing was the keys, like how many keys I had collected. But it makes far more sense that it is the stamina. Because the key thing is in the right, the bottom right. Ow. Ow. No, no. I was trying to get out of the lava. Is this where I was before? Okay, I'm not gonna keep doing this. I am gonna surrender to the horror. That is pretty bopping though. Okay, now that I'm using the correct buttons, I can't do anything with this. Oh, okay, so I forgot where I was. It is nighttime. Bedtime? Yes. I love these little sequences of when Mae goes to sleep and wakes up. It's also like so sudden when you wake up. It's shocking. This feels like a good place to stop. In this episode, we've learned a little more about the world and seen a little more of kind of like the societal pressure that can happen in this town, and even a little more about the town as far as, you know, it was an industry town, some kind of like single industry town potentially that then lost its industry. And this idea of how do you build back up from that? And how does that even impact all of these individual families and individuals in general? And that can be so much to deal with. So much of the time when it comes to mental health, we focus on an individual person. And we don't really talk about the outside cultural factors or societal factors. And I feel like, I guess if I take a step back and I ask myself, well, why do therapists potentially do this or other mental health professionals potentially do this? I feel like the biggest reason is that we can't control other people, we can only control ourselves. So it might feel like it's easier to focus on what we can control. But at the same time, I feel like there's a lot of value in recognizing the bigger factors, whether that be like cultural or all of these other things, because those matter, those do impact us. So the reason why that comes to mind is because if we were to take a look at this a situation like this, let's say hypothetically it was an oil town, the oil company shut it down, left the town, and suddenly everybody's out of these jobs if they worked in that industry. Or their jobs got money from the people who worked in that industry, right? If people were in that situation, it's really easy to blame themselves and say, well, why can't I get a job, right? That's my fault. And like that shame, blame, and guilt becomes a huge factor. And if we only focus on an individual and don't talk about the other factors, that's all we talk about is the shame, blame, and guilt, and not really acknowledge that like there were so many other outside factors that played a part in that. And so I think all of those other things are worth acknowledging in our lives. Yeah, we can't always control them, but it also is kind of like saying it's not us. I feel like in this game too, the game is kind of showing us these ways that they're trying to capture the other ways that shame, blame, and guilt might show up, as far as like our society looks at anything that has to do with intimacy with such a negative, in a negative light, and that can also produce shame, blame, and guilt. And even this idea of the LGBT community, the game is just representing it. That doesn't lean into the bury your gays trope. I really like all of that. It's also nothing about this game is shoved in your face, which I really like, except the arm thing. But that also feels kind of like maybe it's a plot device. It's still not shoved in your face. So I really like a lot about this game. I'd love to hear your guys' thoughts on the game itself and the videos, and I will see you guys in the next video.